Hey everybody, it's Jason with Heap of Jeep. Sorry it's been a while since my last video, but over the summer we ran into some housing issues where we had to get out of the rental we were in. We ended up buying a house, but that took forever, and then we had to move, and then we had to get stuff put away, and I had to build stuff in the new house. So not quite settled in where I'd like to be, but repairs on the Jeep have to go on, and it's been a while since my last video, so thought I would make one here. Now this is going to be simple maintenance today. You can see there's a little bit of snow out. It's the middle of January here. We just had a polar vortex dump snow on us, so I've got it in the garage, got a little space heater going, and it is freezing out here. But the other day my four-wheel drive was acting, I don't know, a little gitchy, and I was talking to some mechanic friends of mine, and they were throwing all kinds of suggestions out there. The one thing I am just a little worried about is the front differential, and I may have done something to the gears in there. It was when I had it in four-wheel drive, I was going down the road and it was jerking on a regular basis for about 2 miles until I put it out of four-wheel drive and then put it back in four-wheel drive, and then it was fine. So it could have been the roads. The roads were really icy, and the snow was intermittent, and I mean, it just could have been the perfect. I was just hitting a little divot every few feet. I wouldn't put it past that, because I have not been able to get the Jeep to replicate that symptom ever since. But I did want to open the front differential and take a look at all the gears in there and see if I can notice anything. You know, you've been watching my videos, so you know I am not a mechanic. I watch YouTube videos to learn how to do this stuff, and so all I can do is open it up, shine a light in there, and if I see some nasty gouged teeth or bits of metal or whatever, then I know something's messed up in there. But I figured while I was in here and have it jacked up, I might as well do the transfer case fluid change, because I have not done that since I've owned the Jeep. And while I was doing that, I figured I might as well do the rear differential. So we're going to take care of all three today. And yeah, I mean, there's plenty of videos from people that know what they're doing to show you how to do this stuff, but figured I might as well show you how a guy watching YouTube videos to learn how to do this stuff can handle it, and we'll see if we can get it done. So come on, we'll crawl underneath the Jeep and see what we can do here. Okay, so here we are. Hopefully the light's coming through so you can see. One of the first things I saw in a video that made sense to me was they said loosen up the fill nut on this. I believe this is a Dana 30, and so it's got this little nut that just fits your quarter or your 3/8 ratchet, and you should loosen that up, because if you can't get that out to refill it, then you're kind of dead in the water when you go to refill it, if you can't get that out. So I got that, and now we'll start loosening up these nuts here, and there's a whole bunch of them, so we'll just get going. So all the bolts are out. The top one is nice and loose, but I left that in, and now we're going to take the dead blow hammer, just a plastic mallet, see if we can break the seal. Well, it came loose. The RTV is holding it in place, so there we go. Drain pan, blah blah blah. We'll let that drain for a little bit. Alright, well, a good chunk of it's done draining. I'm gonna take the cover off here. Try not to make too much of a mess. Alright, so I probably should have driven this around for a few minutes to get the oil nice and hot, because it's taking forever to drain out of here. But I figure while it's draining, we'll do some scraping of the old RTV. And that's got most of it. We'll clean the rest up here with some steel wool or something. And then I got some brake and parts cleaner here. So let's start spraying. So let's shine a light in there and see what we can see. Oh, the ring gear looks really good. I'm not seeing any nicks, any scratches, any pitting. The spider gears. Yeah, it's hard to see. I'm gonna say whatever was wrong, whatever was causing that issue, was not in the front differential, which is a good thing, I guess, because I think rebuilding that would be beyond my skills, so I'd have to get a new one or hire somebody to do it. So real happy with what I see. So I'm gonna let this finish draining out a little bit more, and then we'll clean it up and put it back together. I got a piece of red Scotch-Brite, and I'm just using this to clean up the rest of the RTV. A little bit of brake cleaner on it and scrub away. Trying to get the last of that brake cleaner out of there. There's some puddles in the bottom. Probably better if you blow it out with air, but my compressor is not hooked up right now, so just doing the best we can with what we got. But that seems pretty good, actually. So we'll get to the RTV. Alright, I'm just gonna snug these down, just not tight, but just to make sure the RTV makes a good seal, and then we'll torque them down. Alright, so we'll let that set up for a little while, and then we'll torque them down to spec. Okay, so we've let that set up for a while. According to the factory service manual, they should be torqued down to 30 foot-pounds, so that's what we're going to do with as many as we can reach in here. That's all of them except for that one at the very top, which I'll just have to tighten up snug. We'll see if we need a funnel. It looks like we do need a funnel. Well, my video camera battery died as I was finishing up there with the differential, so while that's charging, I'll put this video together on the differential, and we'll turn it into separate videos, I guess. So I'll get one on the rear differential coming up, and I'll get one on the transfer case fluid change coming up. Also, looking ahead, I've got to do the rear brakes. That's going to be coming up real soon, because those are real bad. And then I'll be putting new leaf springs in it at some point coming up pretty soon as well. So there's some good things coming up, but we're going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Again, I'm just a guy who watches a lot of YouTube videos to learn how to do things, and then I try to transfer it, and I'm trying to fix up this old Jeep. So appreciate you stopping by. Check me out on Facebook, Heap of Jeep. You can check out my webpage as well, heapofjeep.com, and thanks for checking out this video.